This is Xi'an, one of the 4 ancient capitals of China and the eastern terminus of the Silk Road. I'm here at the Muslim quarter where merchants from Arabic countries settled down a millennium ago. The main street is lined with restaurants and snack stalls selling cakes and meat skewers. I personally love lamb skewers the most. Xi'an is where the Chinese hamburger originated from. It's made of finely chopped braised pork between 2 clay oven-baked buns. It's basically the unofficial mascot of the city. Beyond the main street, there are side alleys selling arts and crafts, jewelry, and small souvenirs. Some vendors can speak English, and I saw some guests haggling with them. Past the vibrant alleys is the Great Mosque, which was built in 742 during the Tang dynasty. The buildings are a blend of Islamic and Chinese architectural style covered by blue glazed tiles. This is the active worship hall where non-Muslims are not allowed to enter, but we can look at the ceiling outside. You can definitely spend an hour wandering around the courtyard. There are side houses that hold historical furniture from the Ming and Qing dynasties. For lunch, the tour guide brought us to one of the best restaurants in the neighborhood that specializes in lamb soup with crumbled flatbread. People spend at least 10 minutes breaking the bread into minuscule pieces. Besides hot water, Chinese youth love orange soda. Each province has a local brand. In Xi'an, it's called Ice Peak. We also got this rice cake dessert filled with red bean and crushed peanuts or sesame. In 1974, a farmer was digging a well when he unearthed some pottery fragments. This led to the discovery of the Terracotta Army, which was part of the burial site of China's first emperor, Huaiyang. Thousands of life-size ceramic warriors and horses were constructed over 36 years to protect the emperor and the afterlife. They were originally painted, but the pigment wore off minutes after being exposed to air. There are 3 chambers covering 20,000 square meters, but there is still more to uncover, including the emperor's tomb. The tomb is surrounded by liquid mercury and filled with more artifacts. We later went to the newest, hottest mall in the city called Mixi. The spacious round beige aesthetic reminded me of the posh mall in Tokyo where diplomats live near. I later found out that they were both constructed by the same design studio. Sadly, I did not have time to explore because we were rushing to dinner. We had huaiyang cuisine, which is known for their light flavors. I don't know if the tableware is specific to that region, but it was beautiful. There were side tables to sip tea while the food was being prepared. We tried at least 8 dishes and everything was excellent. This was one of the best braised pork I've ever had. It's literally glistening. The pan-fried buns were also a favorite. We ended the meal with this yogurt dessert, which was slightly sweet and alcoholic with fermented rice. At night, we walked along a pedestrian street famous for its reconstruction of Tang Dynasty architecture. Lots of people come here to dress in traditional Chinese clothing called hanfu. 在下也深知欣慰，久闻我大唐传家人哥哥。 To end the night, our guide brought us to eat a late-night snack. We sat on plastic stools, cracked open several bottles of beer, and polished off a bucket of crayfish while poplar tree fluff drifted around the air. One of the highlights of this food tour was visiting a village where a family prepared food and taught us how to cook inside their traditional kitchen. We gathered wood and threw them inside the clay stove. The head of the family is an 82-year-old pig farmer who makes cured meat. These black logs are cured pork belly hung inside the kitchen to absorb smoke from the cooking fire. Over months and years, the meat is infused with smoky aroma and develops the outer shell, which preserves it without refrigeration. This wooden bathtub is not for human bathing, but filled with hot water to scald and clean a pig after slaughter. This used to be their living space, which is now used as storage. I could feel the spirit and history as I walked through the traditional house and saw memorabilia from past decades. However, it may not be practical to live inside an old house anymore, so some villagers have built new houses for their families after earning money in the big cities. The next few clips are some of the more interesting food I ate during this trip. This is Chinese giant salamander. I did not know what it was when I ate it, I just thought it tasted like skinny pork, but my palate is trash anyway.